Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
I was KMB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for Paper Saber Universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Collision and Rampage, May 11th, 2024. We're in Vancouver, Canada. Tony and Nigel on commentary, and we started off with the BCC versus Top Flight. Oh man, Bryan Danielson back in action with Claudio. This was awesome, man. I had a lot of fun with this match. And of course, Blackpool Combat Club got the win. And Bryan Danielson looks great. He looks better than ever. But Bryan cuts a promo afterwards. It's pro AEW. He says, hey, man, this is the place to be. This is where the best wrestle. This is everything that we put our, on the line and our bodies. And this is the place. This is the place. Really putting it out there. And Claudio kind of just leaves. But he gave it up to Top Flight for being an upcoming tag team. That's the future of this business. And it just made me laugh because Bryan's cutting a passionate promo of how much he loves AEW, and making that crowd chant that. And Claudio just leaves. Next up, we have Lee Moriarty with Will Ospreay. Awesome match, man. Will Ospreay's 11-0. I was like, damn, but Will Ospreay got the win. This was, like I said, this was a back and forth. Roderick Strong's on commentary because they have their big match at Double or Nothing, and it's going to be an awesome one. I'm so excited for Double or Nothing because the matches are stacking up, and there's some matches I'm like, but this match between Roderick and Will is going to be a banger, brother, a banger. But afterwards, of course, Will gets attacked, not by Undisputed Kingdom, not by Roderick, but by Shane Taylor. So Shane Taylor attacks Will Ospreay. They put the boots to him, and of course Roderick Strong is very happy about that. And we get Mercedes Moné. She's with I believe the Red Sox. Don't butcher me there. I'm not a baseball person. I really wasn't listening while this was on, but she was at a baseball game through the first pitch. Brian Cage and Gates of Agony versus Squash Gang. Who do you think won? Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony over Squash Gang. They cut a promo afterwards with Tony Schiavone. And of course, here comes Swerve Strickland attacking because he was beat down. He was betrayed by his homies. But you do not betray Swerve. Swerve comes out and takes it out on all of them. Then at the end of it, we're like, whose house? Swerve's house. Man, He's got a long way to go, but I think Swerve is getting his groove into being a champion. And every time when something kind of like this happens, when he dominates, it's just like, man, that's another one of my champions right there. That's the guy here in AEW, and we need to keep building him up like this. And it's whose house? Swerve's house. God damn it. Then we go. Then we have Swerve cut a promo backstage. He says, he has Christian Cage on his mind, and he says, with what happened with the Gates of Agony, everything, he goes, I am going to go through hell. I am the champion. I am here to represent this company, AEW, but I'm also here representing myself. So anybody out there better understand that I'm Swerve Strickland. I'm going to whoop that ass no matter what, because it's his house. And I think him and Christian Cage are going to have a big battle at Double or Nothing, even though I kind of was like, Christian? Sure. Why not? I guess. Daniel Garcia versus Squash Gang. Daddy Magic on commentary. Daniel Garcia gets the win. We go to Dax Hardwood versus Tommy Billington, the Dynamite Kid. Man, he looks just like him too. That was crazy. But this was a fun match, man. Like Dax and Tommy just went bell to bell. Dax Hardwood got the win, showed some love to Tommy, but man, Tommy Billington, I'm looking into more of this Dynamite Kid, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing, man. I really am. So the Elite promo from Wednesday, they got the big arena Anarchy in the arena match at Double or Nothing. So this part is crazy with the Bucks and Christopher Daniels. They get in Christopher Daniels' face, and Christopher Daniels cuts just like, hey man, don't you dare fucking do this to me, dude. Like it's been really hard to be your friend, even when people kind of liked you. So he really gets in their face, and the Bucks are like, okay man, okay. They back off. Then we have an FTR promo. Of course, top guys out. the Elite promo. Oh, we're into the Elite. We got Thunder Rosa versus Robin Renegade. This was a fun match. Thunder Rosa got the win. Then we got Johnny and Taya backstage. Then we get a Hook promo. We go into our main event. Adam Copeland versus Kyle O'Reilly, hometown hero. Adam gets a little booed, but nah. God damn, this match was awesome. Adam Copeland versus Kyle O'Reilly, man. I recommend this match. This match was fucking great. Adam getting booed was like, oh, okay. He got cheered in the starting, but man, they were rooting for Kyle in a few moments. I thought Kyle was going to get that championship, but no. Of course, Adam Copeland, but there's a part in the moment where Kyle kind of fakes a stomach injury and Adam goes for the spear and freaking Kyle grabs him and gets him into submission. Oh, I was like, that's fucking dope. Oh, such good stuff, man. Then we go right into Rampage, and of course we open up with Adam and Kyle and a little bit of respect, but Adam's slowly losing it. Won't let go of Kyle O'Reilly. So he's and Kyle's like, hey, man. And Adam's like, oh, I'm all shooken up, So it's like, what's going on? Well, we'll see later on in the show. Tony, Nigel, and Daddy are all on commentary for Rampage. Lexi's with Claudio, asking Claudio, like, hey, what happened, man? And Claudio's like, I don't want to see Brian get hurt. He's my friend. And last time we did this Anarchy in the Arena match, he got really banged up. And so he goes, I don't want to be a part of that. He's my friend, and I just don't want to see that. We go into our first match was Trent Beretta versus Dalton Castle. No boys. Sadly, they were let go by the company, but Trent Beretta got the win, and Dalton Castle deserves better. I'm looking right into this camera. He deserves better. Dalton Castle's the shit. But Trent Beretta wearing a shirt with nothing but duct tape on it. He still has Chuck on his wrist, so he's like, still the homie. Still the homie. Deonna Purrazzo promo against Thunder Rosa because she has a match tonight. Brian Keith versus JD Drake. Brian Keith got the win. Really not doing much with him. Adam Copeland promo. He's behind some barbed wire chain link fence, and this, he's like, hey, Malachi, I'm challenging you at Double or Nothing, in a steel cage barbed wire match, brother. So you got to answer me on Dynamite this Wednesday. Deonna Purrazzo versus Lady Frost. Deonna Purrazzo gets the win, but here comes Thunder Rosa because she ain't having none of it. So she goes after Deonna Purrazzo, and Deonna Purrazzo takes off. We get an acclaimed music video. I was like, that's cool. We go into Johnny TV versus Pac. Pac gets the win. Bullet Club Gold because he had an altercation with them earlier, and they come out and they're picking a fight with Pac, but I think Death Triangle is going to come back. That's just my feeling about that. But Rampage was okay. Collision, I honestly give like 4 out of 5. There were some really bangers on that match. Rampage, I give like a 2 out of 5. It really wasn't anything for me. But overall, 3 hours of AEW, a lot to get through, especially when the playoff seasons are here. And Tony's like, here, you get this. I'm like, just make 2 solid hours of awesomeness. And then, you don't need Rampage. Or you can just call the whole show Collision. That's just my opinion. But overall, there we go. That's it. That's all. Like and subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
Every single win. This is what revenge is all about.